what do they again say? And most of the leadership decisions that really inspire progress are extremely unpopular decisions. They are not easy decisions. Okay?
Yeah.
And that's why most leaders would want to have convenient decision making. Very convenient decision making. Some of the decisions that you have to take to really move the country forward are hard decisions. When you look at the story of Singapore, it's not like those people are happy throughout. They have become happy later when things are now working.
Every time you say,
but you see,
every time you say that there are some hard decisions that you must make. Every time you say you say that.
Yes.
I see President William Ruto.
Exactly.
Every time you say, because he said that,
yes,
tutaifanya na tutafanya.
Exactly.
Whether you like it or not.
And that's why part of me has a very soft spot for him. Why? Because I feel like he actually has been able to take some of the hardest decisions. Remember, if there is a person who knows how to be elected in Kenya, one of those people who knows that is President William Ruto. This is a gentleman who has been elected from the time he entered politics to today. He has never lost any election. That means he knows the art of actually winning an election. So when he deliberately chooses to make tough decisions, that is deliberate, that he has decided that, you know what, I know this is not popular, but it's the right thing to do. I am not one of those people who speaks something from one end of the mouth and then changes it on the other side. I'm one of those people who wants to be categorical that, you know what, before this government came in, I was one of those people, and I remember even when we were student leaders, we used to say, how can we be in a country that has the biggest slum in Africa? We had those conversations. I don't know that you did.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah?
Sure.
Now, when President Ruto comes and takes a hard decision like saying, you know what, we will be able to do housing. I'm not one of those people who will now move back and pretend that it was not a problem that we had. When we are a country whereby every time we are subsidizing costs of production, of consumption, because we want to run away from the harder conversation of production. That instead of us knowing how our unga will get onto the shelf, we want to get it to the shelf and then subsidize it. This is a gentleman
from the shop.
From the shop.
Yes.
This is a gentleman who says, and no, that's a very easy thing to do, Trisha. It's a populist decision because all you need to do as a government is wait for it at the shelf, then cut the price, create a subsidy, and in fact, you'll make some money because after all, the suppliers and whatever are they still the bourgeoisie. This is a gentleman who's able to have the harder conversation and say, guys, buy that unga at the expensive price first. We will not subsidize. Then let us go back to the production equation. How does this unga get here? And let's have that conversation. And I think that is the right thing to do.
You just...
When I look at questions like, for instance, universal healthcare, at what point, Trisha, did we start having that conversation?
Let's just get back to the unga. There's something that you said, us waiting for the unga to reach the shelf, and then now we want it to be subsidized from the shelf, not looking at the process.
At the production.
Yes, from the production level to where it is on the shelf. So it has reminded me of that time during Uhuru Kenyatta.
Yes.
And the late former Prime Minister, Raila Odinga, that time when they said they've brought down the prices of unga.
Yes.
Do you remember that time?
Of course, I was part of them.
It came back to bite us. Yes, you were there in that
it was purely a campaign gimmick.
Because Trisha, it later came to bite the citizens because again the prices went back.
Sure.
You see?
But you see,
so
at that
it's something
time...
that is legit what you've just said.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But at that time, was it a popular decision? It was a popular decision.
Yeah, everybody was so happy.
Exactly, because populism is easy. But the reality of moving a country forward in its reality is not an easy task. And as I've told you, I was coming to give the example of the universal healthcare.
Yes.
This universal healthcare, Trisha, is something that is in Vision 2030. Under President
even the houses
Kibaki.
Were there, right?
Exactly.
Yes.
Under President Kibaki. It is not a reinvention of the wheel. You know, some of us think that President Ruto has reinvented any wheel. It is there. But what happened? The implementation of it is a hard thing. The Uhuru administration tried it, did a pilot project, and you're a journalist, I'm sure you covered that, in Homa Bay and I think 3 other counties. The backlash was crazy. Why? Because everything that is new comes with a lot of teething challenges here and there, and also the systemic people fight back and the cartels fight back. When the heat was too much, the government left it. Said, hey, guys, pause. Let's move on. The President Ruto comes and insists on this universal healthcare. You and me have been here to see the heat that has been put on him. Well, it's been very crazy. But then when you come fast forward, of course, it's not yet fully implemented. It has its challenges. But today, I was in a hospital about a month ago. And that SHA paid a bill. Okay? It did not pay the whole bill. But it paid more than I could have gotten from NHIF. Today, we're having a system whereby, I remember during our NHIF days, Trisha, it used to be that you pay for NHIF, but when you don't pay for 1 month, just 1 month, and you get sick that month, nothing on you gets covered, even if you've been paying for 15 years.
Now you used to pay. Yeah. You would pay, but you would pay that amount, and is it some penalty? Yeah, some fees there, and then now you could be sorted.
No, I would challenge you to get the facts right. NHIF worked like this, Trisha. I know because it affected me during my admission. You pay for it every month, but on the day you get sick, okay, and you haven't paid for that month. One, you pay the penalty. And number two, you take some time. Was it 3 months?
Another 3 months.
Yeah,
for you to be...
another 3 months. So you have to postpone your sickness for another 3 months before it can help you ever again. That is where we are coming from. And also, there used to be this fundamental question during NHIF days. Are you a civil servant? So it used to look like all of the rest of the people who pay for it, it doesn't really matter. The question
what
is,
matters is, are you a government worker?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now, we've moved to this day, Trisha, whereby someone is sick today. Our cameraman can faint here today, and we rush him to hospital, and he's not SHA eligible, right? And we pay for SHA today, okay? And pay his year premium, and then he gets treatment today, and SHA pays today. That is quite a step in the right direction. So does it have, of course, we have these issues of hospitals doing this and that, but these are the realities of when you want to move a country forward, the decisions that will have to be taken are extremely difficult. Actually, going back to the conversation about, because it was not a conversation about government, but what we are just trying to use those examples to show that democracy in itself makes the process of motion tedious, complex, and a leader, especially a leader in a democratic country, has to be extremely serious to move. Because you see, if President Ruto was weak, he would have given up. Because look at the amount of court cases he has had to deal with to implement all these things. There is no single thing. There is no single thing from that he has, from the housing to healthcare to all this, everything
has been challenged in our country.
Has been challenged in the court process. We have had all these things. Why? Because it's a democracy, and that's what a democracy is. Most of the time, democracy insists on conversation, not progression. Conversation. But do you think... insists that we must be talking, not necessarily that we must be progressing. And when you check well, Trisha, I always challenge and say, check well. Most of the countries who push democracy on all of us, they don't really exercise it fully the way they would want all of us to be exercising it. And